just in time for the Black Friday sale. Qualify today. Win a $100 gift certificate just in time for the holidays from the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And we say good morning to you. We're broadcasting live. We're on the road today. We are here at the Lingerfield Drug Center. We're going to be joined by the man here to my immediate left in just a second, Coach Jerry White from Hampton Bulldog Basketball. Andrew McKeon's going to join us from Carter County Bank. We've also got Ivan Sanders going to join us talking sports. And we've got David Nanny coming in here from the Elizabeth Parks and Rec. All that and a whole lot more. So let's hit the national anthem as we always do. Then we'll get Coach in here right away. There's a book been written about him. And so we're going to talk about that with the man the book's about. And then it won't take long because I know he's got to go. But then we're going to come right back and we're going to jump in. And we're going to talk to Andrew McKeon about the Tennessee-Alabama football game. Here is Gabe Short on the national anthem. And
oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And our first guest here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show would be none other than the legendary, of course, Coach Jerry White from the Hampton Bulldogs. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning.
He's a regular watcher of the show, and I appreciate that very much. So it's his turn not to watch the show, but be a part of the show. So there you go. And so, legendary coach, longtime coach, C.Y. Peters has written a book about him. The name of the book is?
The Dawg.
Spelling?
D-A-W-G.
D-A-W-G. How did you get the name of the book, The Dawg?
They say I was in a shower and didn't have no towel, and I shook like a dog, and everybody called me the Dawg ever since then. But actually, that's not true. There was a little cop over at ETSU. Every time he would see me, he'd holler, "Oh, Bulldog," when I was in college over there.
Yep.
And Danny Laws started calling me the Dawg after that.
The Dawg. That's awesome. Book's available at the Eagle Center for $19.95 here in downtown Elizabeth, and great Christmas gift for a Bulldog fan or somebody who likes local sports. So you've seen the book, you've read the book, and so kind of give us, I know it's about you, but it's also about your kids, right?
It's mainly about my kids and the teams I had. Now, the first part of the book, they mostly the 1960 team that won it in 1960 compared to the team, that won it this past year.
Right.
And so, that's a tribute to that, and I appreciate C.Y. Peters for doing that. And I probably don't deserve it myself, but it is a tribute to my players and my team, and I've thought the world of all of them, and I'm proud of them.
Absolutely. How many guys that you coached are now coaching?
They had a whole page full. I didn't realize there's that many, but I didn't realize. I guess the whole page was full of people that played for me that turned out to be coaches.
Yep. I got to get a copy of the book so I can bring it and show it to you on there. It's $19.95. I know that. It's at the Eagle Center right up the street here. I know Pastor Bobby Stout, he got him a book. He got a copy of the book.
Oh, yeah. He called me and told me about it. And tonight's ball game, C.Y. Peters, I think he will be up there with some books. And, of course, if I need to sign them, I'll sit around there if anybody wants me to sign them. And I've got a few CDs that's got that Hampton song on it that I wrote. If anybody wants to donate some to the basketball teamers, so forth, I'll have a few of those with me too.
Yeah. So I'll be tonight the ball game. They're playing tonight, of course, because of the weather. Hampton Unaka
tonight, homecoming. So it should be a pretty good crowd there.
All right. We'll get you back in here the next time I'm here. I'll bring that book. It'll be closer to Christmas, and we can promote it more for a Christmas gift-giving present. So,
okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Coach Jerry White, Hampton Bulldogs. They call him the Dawg. Andrew McKeon next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We have an all-orange window. Everything you can think of, Vols, books, glasses, plaques, trophies, stuffed animals, flags, you name it. Everything Tennessee orange.
It's there in the window, called a Vols window, and the obvious, a lot of fall stuff coming in. Tell me about it.
Lots of fall stuff, lots of fabric pumpkins, ceramic pumpkins. We got fall flags. We've got fall tea towels, fall tablecloths and linens. We've got some skeletons and mummies and ghosts, a little bit of everything.
So tell folks about the Eagle Center. Tell us where it's at and what it's all about.
Eagle Center is downtown Elizabethton, and we're open on Monday through Saturday from 10 to 5. We have antiques, of course, home decor, collectibles, books, lamps, handmade jewelry. We have art. We have just a little bit of everything to decorate your home, have parties, whatever your needs are, we have them.
Social media?
We have social media on Facebook, the Eagle Center Facebook page, and of course we have great advertisement with the Tom Taylor Show.
Thank you very much. One of our great sponsors, Cyclone Football, the Tom Taylor Sports Show, the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, guest number 2, David Nanny's on deck in the on-deck circle, to use the baseball terminology. What about that baseball game last night? By the way, it's Andrew McKeon, as you know, president of Carter County Bank. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You doing all right?
Oh, yeah. Got a chance to hang out with him on Saturday night, the big wedding, as they could say back home, and a chance to sit beside Nathan McKeon. By
That's
golly.
right. You learned a lot, I'm
I
sure.
did learn a lot. Yes,
I'm sure
I did.
You did. Some of it was even true.
Yeah, I did learn a lot. He's a neat kid. So, and right beside him was his sister, and I think she was like, "Don't touch me," and he said, "I don't want to touch you," and he'd go like this, and so I thought, I love it, siblings.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
I remember doing that with my brothers. So anyway, I had a good time hanging out with the McKeons at the wedding. So it was a beautiful wedding. Molly Tipton and Mr. Nick Hurley. She's now Mrs. Hurley. So. All right, so what happened last night baseball? The Astros woke up, didn't they?
Yeah, they've been playing good. I mean, they've only been one hit away both nights. So
Yeah.
it didn't look like Scherzer had his best stuff. He was still trying to get his location back. He was rusty. So I mean, he was throwing hard and he just was missing spots.
Mm-hmm.
And when you miss spots at that level, you pay for it.
Pay for it, absolutely. So come back with game number, game 4 today, is that right?
Game 4 tonight.
Game 4 tonight.
8:03 or something like that.
Yep, 8:03, and your pitching matchup is, I've got it right here. It will be Ranger. Oh, that's the National League.
That's, Ranger Suarez.
You got Jose Urquidy and Andrew Haney will go. So Houston's got Urquidy, and Haney will go for the Rangers. So what do you think about the other side? Phillies and the Diamondbacks.
I'm not watching it. I'm still bitter. No, I think the Phillies are the best team. They're gonna move on to the next round. They're just killing the ball right now, and their top 2 pitchers are about as good as anybody's left.
They can play.
Yeah.
Tonight they got Ranger Suarez for the Phillies, and Brandon Pfaadt will go for the Diamondbacks in Arizona. Must win for Arizona tonight?
Oh yeah, definitely.
No question.
Yeah.
This is a must win for the Rangers.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to give the Astros any momentum. I mean, I think you got 2 down there, and you got to take advantage of that and step on their throat and finish them off at home if you can.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back to Houston.
No, you do not. Absolutely correct. So, got to do it tonight. Evan got a double last night and 4 at bats. I think it was 1 for 4.
Yeah.
Struck out twice, but had a double. So continues to swing the stick.
Yeah, he hit that double on the nose. I mean,
Yeah.
it was smoked.
So
Poor right fielder for Houston. He thought he had him right in his steps, and it never came down. He just kept rising.
kept rising. All right. Then you got 15 seconds before you leave. Tennessee, Alabama. What do you think?
Unfortunately, and I'm usually wrong, so I'm hoping I am. I think Alabama will beat us.
Okay.
Our offense has been too inconsistent. Not that theirs has been much better, but our defense has been playing lights out, and I hope we continue to do that. But what is it? A lot of those guys on those message boards say they've got battered ball syndrome. I've got battered ball syndrome for all the years that we've been bad. I have a hard time saying that this is it. We've turned the corner.
So
they're a 9-point favorite. So Vegas usually knows something.
Yep. And they're in Tuscaloosa. And I think
Exactly.
that tells you something. Bryant-Denny Stadium. So it'll be tough.
Yep.
So anyway, Tennessee and Alabama coming up on Saturday. You've got a meeting to get to. You were kind enough to come over and spend a few minutes with me, and I thank you so much.
You're welcome. I hope I'm wrong Saturday.
Well, I hope
And
you are
can,
too. But
you can rub it in my nose on next week
Next
if we
week?
get together.
he's going to come back next week. He's got some big news to tell us about, so we'll let him do that next week. He's got a meeting to get to.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. Quick break. We'll be right back. And David Nanny's in the house right after this from the Ivy Hall Nursing Home, folks, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. On our buddy Joseph Taylor, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. What's going on at Ivy Hall right now?
Yes, sir. Ivy Hall, we're accepting long-term or short-term admissions. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, all insurances. We'd love to have you. You come out, you need some rehab, we'd love to help you. We got private rooms for rehab people. We can get you in, take care of you, send you home, and the food is absolutely out of this world.
Types of rehab you guys do?
Yes, sir. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, respiratory therapy, and like I said, short-term or long-term residents. Yes, sir.
Yep. You also are looking for help?
Yes. I'm looking for RNs, LPNs, CNAs. If you want to be a housekeeper, laundry, kitchen, we're hiring. All departments are hiring at Ivy Hall.
Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Social media, how do we find you?
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or ivyhallnursinghome.com is where you go to fill out an application to work.
Love promoting these folks right here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It is the one and only right here in Elizabethton, Ivy Hall Nursing Home.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher that can offer seafood meal prep, suggest the perfect sides to pair, and even steam and peel your shrimp. All at no extra cost. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
I bet he'd be great at helping with the laundry.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Here we go. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, first thing he did when he sat down, he said, "Hey, the Raiders won." It's like, yeah,
you can't beat that.
yeah. We had a solar eclipse too. That's how often the Raiders win. So it's kind of goes hand in hand. So,
Well,
but it wasn't too good. But it's okay. What about your Dolphins?
well, they won. They look pretty good. They're running the ball well. I don't know. This week we got the Eagles. That ought to be interesting. Football should be very interesting this weekend.
So you have the Eagles on Sunday night
Yeah.
in Philadelphia. Okay.
Yeah.
Sunday night football. His Dolphins and the Eagles. So what's been the key to your all success so far?
You know what? Speed. Just speed. I mean, seriously, the defense, they're playing well. Although, if you look at, if you're a Dolphin fan, you look at some of the fan pages or whatever, and I belong to a few of those things, and people are complaining about the new defensive coordinator, but I mean, they're winning. I mean, we lost one game.
This is why I never read this stuff.
Yeah.
I never get on and read what people.
People are crazy.
Who are these people?
Yeah, and what kind of expectation? If you honestly think that you're going to make every tackle and catch every pass, make every block, it's not going to happen.
No, it's not
and,
reality.
I mean, even in a perfect season, which of course my Dolphins are the only ones who ever have that. That's the only thing I've got to brag. I can hang
Little
on to
zing.
that.
Yep.
I'll keep that one, I believe, for a while. But anyway, I mean, luck had a lot to do with that. I mean, it's just how it is.
Yep.
It happens.
So the Dolphins. What's your record right now?
Is it 5-1 or 4-1?
4-1.
Yeah.
5-1. I have no clue.
Yeah,
I don't even know what the
sure.
Raiders are.
We lost one game. I know that. Got beat by Buffalo.
We've won 2 in a row. We go to Chicago to play the lowly Bears this Sunday at 1:00. Soldier Field. You'd like to think the Raiders could get a W, so we'll see. So your
Yeah.
Dolphins going into Philadelphia,
Yeah,
battle the
that's-
Eagles on Sunday Night Football. That'd be a good ball game to watch.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. They're tough. Eagles may be the best team in the league.
Think so?
One of. I mean, if they're not, I don't know. They're tough.
They are tough. The Chiefs are tough, and so we got
Yeah,
some.
they are.
But the Dolphins playing well too. So.
Yeah, they are.
We're here live again at the Lingerfield Drug Center. Of course, it would be Evan Carter's brother. He's going to be out here. And he came out a few minutes and he said, a while ago, and said, "Was not a good game last night. I'm not happy." I said, No, it was not a good game for your brother. Although he hit a double in
Yeah.
4 at bats, and so continues to be the Cinderella story of really Major League Baseball right now. Is that 21-year-old kid from Elizabethton, Tennessee? The guy the other day said, of course, he didn't know how to spell or pronounce. He said, how do you say it? He didn't put the emphasis on Elizabethton. Yeah, he said Elizabethton instead of Elizabethton. He put the emphasis on the last syllable, and it obviously was wrong. And so, but he's a national guy, and he didn't know. But the point is, Evan got the promotion and the publicity, and so did the city. So, and he's with the Parks and Rec, and they've got a big concert coming up this weekend. What's going on?
Oh man, listen, we've got a great. It's a special concert. It's the very last one of the year. Actually, this one got rained out, and we just moved it out to October. And it's a great group. We've got a group coming out of Jefferson City called Lost Creek Bluegrass Band. They're fantastic. And special night, Saturday in October the 21st. That's usually we don't go that far into the fall, but special night, a special time, 6 o'clock. Remember that. It's at 6 o'clock, and come out. The weather looks like it's going to be good, and good, cool evening, but it'll be fun. You'll enjoy it. So instead of 7 to 9, we'll go 6 to 8. So
There you go.
come on out, have a great time.
Is this the last one?
The very last one.
It's the one.
Yes,
This is
yeah.
the grand finale for the
Yeah,
year.
it is.
Had a great year too. Really.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
very
you've had
successful.
the Heart Tribute Band. You've had all the different groups come through here, and it all started back in March and April.
March, yeah.
And wrapping things up in October. The final one, Lost Creek, 6 o'clock on Saturday, free concert downtown. All the rain's going to come tomorrow, so it's going to be cool or clearing out and be very pleasant to come out and
Yes.
watch this concert on Saturday. So
Absolutely.
then what happens? What's next?
After that, gosh, we've got. I think Kelly's got a movie night on. Let's see. Well, I think that's tomorrow night. If the weather permits, there's a movie tomorrow night.
Adam's Family, isn't it?
Adam's Family. Yes, that's
Da, da, da,
exactly
da.
right. I was trying to remember, and then there's a couple more coming up. Maybe one in November, and I'm terrible. I can't remember. It was the vampire love story movies. Something about blood. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm terrible at this, but that's coming up one day soon. I'll have to.
He'll be back Monday.
Yeah, I'll be back.
You have his
We'll
homework.
talk about it. Yeah,
Yep.
I'll do my homework.
He's
on
just
that.
excited about the Dolphins playing
Yes,
Sunday
exactly right. And
So-
if Tennessee can beat Alabama on Saturday,
night. Can they?
I think they can. I think they can. I don't know what'll happen.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's one of those things which I don't know. We're winning. I'd like to see. I'd like everyone else. I'd like to see better play out of the quarterback. I like him. I think Milton is a good guy. Man, he's got a strong arm. I don't know. Sometimes his decision making is a little suspect.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind if he ran a little bit more, at times. But he I don't know. He waits too long. Like everybody else, the thinking of okay, you've got a top prospect sitting back there,
Put him in.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Let him roll.
Let him roll.
Turn him loose.
See what he can do, and I mean, you're not going to kill him if he doesn't make it. So
Nope. Turn
so
him loose.
I'm-
Let him go.
I say you got them, you play them. I don't care who they are.
Well,
If they're ready,
see, here's the thing in the transfer portal society in which we live. If he don't get enough playing time,
oh, he's gone.
I mean, he can go somewhere else and somebody say, look, you're sitting over there behind Joe Milton.
Yeah.
You're a 5-star quarterback, number one prospect in the country. You're not even got on the field yet.
Yeah.
Or very little if he's got, I don't know
Right.
if he's got any reps at all. Not
A
many.
little bit. Yeah.
Come on over here. We'll let you start. We'll let you play more. And
Yeah.
that's what you're running into now.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll
yeah.
take my toys. And not that he's even indicated at all that would happen, but
No.
that's the culture in which we're in.
That's exactly right. That's
So you
what
better
I-
play him or you're going to lose him. I'm just telling you. So
it's and I despise the whole transfer portal, the paying the player, all this. It's just absolutely. I mean, you can see it just ruining everything. It's of course, I guess that's what happens when money and gets more involved, but.
money and greed.
Greed. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But it works. It works for some, not for everybody. It works. Seemed to be working good out in Colorado, but
Yep.
I thought.
He's come down to earth too, though.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He has, and Texas A&M, Jimbo was grabbing everybody there for a little bit, but I think Jimbo has moved. I don't know if he's in the hot seat, but his seat is definitely warming up.
It's warming.
It's warming up.
No question.
They're about ready to pay him off and try something else, but
Yeah. Because he recruited all these guys we've talked about.
Yeah.
He's got nothing to show for it.
Yeah,
He's
nothing
not
to have.
producing like everybody wants him and expects him to.
right
For the kind of money he's doled out for this
absolutely
name, image, and likeness. So,
absolutely.
so anyway, that's what's going on. Tennessee, Alabama. So if you had to sit here right now and say, who's going to win the game, what do you take? Who do you take?
Man, I can't. Let's go. Well, now see, and when I say what I say, you know what I'm doing. I'm talking.
You got your brain pick and your
Yeah,
heart
and
pick.
my heart pick.
Yeah.
My heart pick says Tennessee by 7.
Right. Your brain, however, picks.
My brain is smarter than that, and I'm afraid it's going to be a tough one.
All right.
I think it's going to be. I don't know what the score is. I think it's going to be. If we can't run the ball and if we can't throw the ball, we can't run the ball.
Right.
And
Kind of goes.
I think if I was going to do what we talked about setting Milton down, I think I would have done that last week, and I would have had this kid, had some reps for him, preparing him for this game, because I'm afraid by halftime the pressure might be that they throw him in there, and
You put
I wouldn't put him in there. I wouldn't put him in there this week.
a freshman in on an Alabama game
Yeah.
on national television, 18
Yeah.
years old,
He's dead.
and well, my take on that is if he lays an egg, there's a 50-50 shot he would.
Right.
What does that do long term for his mental psyche? Because it's
Yeah.
like, okay, is he going to be shell shocked,
Right.
or is it, But this kid's very, very talented. But I'm like you. At some point, Joe Milton's a senior. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's been a great team player, waiting his turn behind Hooker.
Oh,
but
yeah.
at some point, you got to look and go, okay, we got to play for the future, and I don't want to lose this kid named Nico over here because we ain't playing him much, and he'll be. I guarantee there's people already talking to him
Oh,
on,
yeah.
on the Q2.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Oh,
not
yeah.
playing much over there, Nico.
Exactly.
You're not playing much,
Exactly.
you
They've got
can
Milton in front of you, you
yeah.
know, and you.
You come over my way. Well, don't tell me it doesn't happen because it happens.
Oh, it does. Absolutely.
Come over my way there, Nico or David Nan. You come our way, you're going
Yeah.
to play some over here with us. You can sit over there on that bench if you want to. You come over here, you'll start.
Yeah.
Guarantee it's
Yeah.
been said.
Oh, yeah.
So, and
I mean, at some point it's got to happen.
so
But I don't know. Golly. I hate to. What do you think?
I think Alabama.
Well, I do.
Till you
too.
prove me otherwise. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
and I want Tennessee to
they'll
win.
they'll have to show it. Yeah.
But-
oh, you're absolutely right. I'm not so naive that I don't think that.
If I was Nick Saban, and I'm not, I would take that video last week or last season when they took that goalpost and threw it in the river. Place went nuts. I'd put that on there. I'd make my guys watch that every day of the practice. There you go, boys.
Yeah.
Get a taste of that and see how it's going
Yeah.
to happen on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'd be so mad
Yeah.
if I was one of their players, like, okay, turn that thing off. No, let's watch it again.
Yeah.
And I'd let them watch it again. And I'd let them say, okay, boys, how's it feel to watch them drag a goalpost to the Tennessee River if I was Alabama? So
Right.
I'm thinking he's going to use that for bulletin board material, and they're going to be wound up tight on the banjo string.
Yeah.
So
I'd say
and-
it's very
and
likely.
not that Tennessee won't be, but I just think it's a big motivation game for Nick Saban. So
Well, they Tennessee better be ready.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. They better play. I mean, just impeccable, because Alabama's coming, and
Yeah.
they're still ticked off because of the loss they already have. Texas, and it ain't going to be. I mean, I don't know. I don't want
the more I talk to him, the worse he gets.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. It's
he went with
terrible.
Tennessee, now he's
Yeah.
going.
Well,
shifting.
I'm that was my heart. I
Yeah.
want Tennessee to win, but it's going to be a hard game. They'd have to play perfect football.
We're talking to David Nanny from Elizabeth and Parks and Rec. Before I let him go, the word is there's pretty good big news that the Parks and Rec office may be moving. Is that correct?
Yeah. We've acquired the fitness center.
It's official?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll be moving.
It has to be voted on. The deal has to be voted on city council meeting. So that'll be coming up, and then it'll be official.
Yep. Get to move from
Yeah.
down in Black Bottom and move up to the Franklin Fitness Center.
Franklin Fitness Center,
Yeah.
and it'll probably be maybe January before we officially move. But we'll be looking at it, doing some stuff. We're right now putting together some new programs and new things. Trying to plan everything that we're going to do. A lot of changes, a lot of things that are a lot of really good things that we can do with some added room, and of course the idea is to build a gym on the back of it, with maybe large enough to put 2 basketball courts on, which would be same thing with volleyball. You go the other way with it, and maybe even squeeze 2 to 4 volleyball courts in there, do some tournaments, be able to do some things that we have not been able to do. And, you know, for a while we'll still have our gym in Black Bottom, of course, until we get building the gymnasium and that sort of stuff on the back is like a phase 2. And you know, you gotta walk before you can run. So all those adages of, you know, there's only so much money in the pot and all that stuff. So we'll wait our turn, and hopefully we can get some help, some grants, and be able to do that sooner than later. And you know, really do a lot for recreation here in our town.
You got it. Thank you, sir. See you Monday.
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
Lost Creek, 6 o'clock Saturday, downtown Cover Bridge, free concert. If you like bluegrass, these guys, I've heard them. They're good out of Jefferson County, Jefferson City. They can pick, they can go. So
don't miss them.
No, it's a free concert this coming Saturday in downtown Elizabethton, thanks to the Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Dr. Carter joins us next here. We're at Lingerfield Drug Center right after this break for the folks from Farm Bureau on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Why Daniel Grindstaff?
Well, we are local. You know, it's just like Cannon's Furniture here. You've got a local place of business right in the middle of town. You've got a local point of contact. We have local adjusters that's out in the counties. And, you know, you can pick up the phone. If you've got an issue with something, we try to help folks resolve it. And, you know, we are based in the state of Tennessee. We are Tennessee specific. We've got a $30 annual membership that goes to agriculture in Tennessee. It supports kids wanting to go to 4-H camp. We do a local scholarship for all the area high schools for kids that's been involved in agriculture that's going to go and get education past high school. And all that stuff plays a part into supporting the state where you live. You know, we are state specific. Now, there's North Carolina Farm Bureau. You know, that is separate from us. Kentucky Farm Bureau, we are state specific in the state of Tennessee. And, you know, but that is, in my opinion, that's the biggest thing. You've got a point of contact.
How do we get a hold of you? Social media,
sir.
And a phone number.
Yeah, so I've got an agent page, Daniel Grindstaff Farm Bureau. We've got an office page, Elizabethton Farm Bureau, 423-543-2288. And I would like to add that we did get voted as best insurance firm, and thank the people that voted for us doing that. And somehow I wound up getting the agent category, which I greatly appreciate. It means a lot to me when folks, you know, feel inclined to do that, especially for our office.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Daniel Grindstaff here, the Farm Bureau, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Daniel Grindstaff at Elizabethton Farm Bureau. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, thanks for being with us. Dr. Carter's going to join us here in just a second. So let's talk about it for a second. The Astros defeated his brother and the Texas Rangers last night, 8-5. Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. Rangers now lead the series 2-1. They'll do it again tonight. The Astros got to his home run. The bats came alive for the Astros. They chased Max Scherzer, of course. Martin Maldonado again drove in 2 with a single. Jose Altuve launched a single home run in the 3rd inning. Evan, of course, went 1 for 4 with a double and a couple of strikeouts. So, again, this would be guess whose hat he has on. Now, let's think. He would have on the obvious the Texas Rangers. You better believe it. So, we'll do it again tonight at 8:03 our time. Rangers will put on the mound Andrew Haney, and for the Astros, Jose Urquidy will go for the Astros tonight in Game 4 of that. So, what'd you tell me? They get to the World Series, you're going, right? Is that what you said? Yeah.
Going to for sure.
Yeah. Now, do you talk to him every day, or every now and then, or how often do you?
We probably get talked to him 2 or 3 times a week. His phone just blows up so much, you know.
Yeah.
He keeps it usually on Do Not Disturb, just so he can get a little bit of peace when he's not playing. But he's good about talking to us every few days and keeping us in the loop and how everything's going.
You're talking about the family when you say we?
Yes. Yeah.
Mom and Dad and you. So I saw your dad at the wedding Saturday, and I said, "You going?" He was hilarious. I said, "You going out there watching him play?" He said, he looked up at me and said, "What do you think?" I said, "Well, I think you'll be there. So we get to the World Series, I'm going." So.
Oh yeah, and they left out about 5 this morning too. I think they're going to go down to Arlington, watch next 2 games, or I guess this game be tonight.
Oh, so you folks are going?
They
good.
sure did.
They should. this young man, your brother. What's the age difference, by the way?
6 years between us.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're oldest.
I am.
You are the oldest. Yep.
Oldest and the wisest. So.
Spoken like a true brother.
Oh,
I'm the oldest and the wisest. Yep. He took all his cues from me. So, and you guys used to play in the backyard a lot, didn't you?
Oh yeah. And that's something he's always been mature for his age. So he's always kind of hung out with my friends and around older people. So for a 21-year-old, he's real responsible and mature, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what the media's picked up on too. So this guy doesn't act like he's 21 years old. In fact, his teammates would call him the savior. So. Which I thought was pretty cool because if you go back and look at this team when he came on board, it's a different baseball team, and you know the fans know it. But I would think when his teammates, these veteran players, come up and say, you know, you're the reason we're where we are, but thanks to you coming on and being such a hot player, that's got to make you feel good.
Oh yeah, that's watching him bat, how calm he stays and how patient he is. That's two traits that he got that I did not. I have to tell myself to stay calm, and anybody knows me knows I'm not very patient.
Yep. When it's time to go, it's time to go.
Yes, it is.
If you've been watching the show for the last week, you know what I'm advocating. I'm advocating that Evan Carter should be the Grand Marshal of the Christmas parade. I've said that.
Oh, goodness.
When he comes back to town, they ought to say, Evan Carter, for what you've done this year and what you've done for Elizabethton, putting us on the map in the country. Jason Witten did it, and now it's Evan Carter's turn to do it. As far as notoriety for this town, this city, I just think he ought to be the Grand Marshal of the Christmas parade. What do you think?
It'd be exciting.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer. I don't know who picks that. I don't know who they're even thinking about doing, but, you know, old TT here thinks there is no question if I'm in the decision-making process, I get a hold of Evan Carter and Kalen and say, get up on this float, you're going to be the Grand Marshal for the Christmas parade. I just think it should. I think it's an automatic, but it ain't my decision, so. What we are going to decide on, we're getting ready to talk about some, this going to do this segment up here first.
Sounds good.
Let's hit this magic button, and here we go. We're talking to our buddy Dr. Eric Carter, the owner of Lingerfeld Drug Center here in downtown Elizabeth, right beside Carter County Bank, one of our proud sponsors, Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We got some goodies, some more brand new goodies. Here is one right here. This is new, and this is, tell us about the Lingerfeld Drug Center apple cider. Tell me about this.
So all of our canned goods, you know, we've had them for a few months now, and a lot of we've about sold out of a lot of stuff and had to restock, and so far we've heard all good things about them, but just kind of bringing in some new things. It's getting that time of year, starting to get cold. Apple cider's good. Hunter that works here has gotten a jug, and we've all tried it, and it's
good,
really good,
So there's that. Here's the bread and butter pickles for $8.99 right here at Lingerfeld Drug Center. Bread and butter pickles.
And we got these right here too.
These are bread and butter squash. Bread and butter squash. Again, those go for $8.99. All right, you have Kickles.
Yes.
Pickles or the kick?
So that
pickles
has been our biggest seller out of all of them so far.
Really?
I don't like pickles. Not where I don't like them. I tell everybody I'm allergic. But those are actually pretty good. I got talked into trying them, and they're
good.
They're spicy though, but they are good.
Here's some baby dill pickles you can choose from right here for $8.99. There you see the price point up on top for $8.99 here at Lingerfeld Drug Center. And dilly beans.
Yes.
Now I remember growing up we had dilly beans. I didn't think you'd even get those anymore. Here's dilly beans available here at Lingerfeld Drug Center.
It had been a long time since I'd seen those, but I love those things. We got a can back in the refrigerator we've been working on.
Here's good and evil hot sauce. That's got a little kick to it, doesn't it?
It does.
They'll set you on fire. They'll light you up. All right.
With football season starting to get going, a lot of cooking and tailgate stuff like that, some hot sauce always good to have for your wings or chicken or anything like that.
Here's your jalapeno hot sauce available here at the Lingerfeld Drug Center, downtown Elizabethton, right beside Carter County Bank. Got a couple of more here. We got now we're going to switch over to jams and jellies. Here's blackberry preserves. I bought this last month. This is excellent right here, I can tell you.
Those have been, as far as the jams and stuff, our two best sellers.
This is really, really, really good. Get that on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a big old glass of milk. It's cold, make your teeth hurt. Peach preserves, got that right here too from Lingerfeld Drug Center. Got those. Then we have apple pie preserves. That's available too. We got a whole wall of these things.
That's a new one, and that one just by the name, I think has got to be good. I've not got to try that one yet, though.
Boy, we got to bust it open here in a minute.
Yeah.
Try it. On the air, do a taste test. And then Clover Honey, locally produced and grown Clover Honey, Lingerfield Drug Center. So, honey is very, very good for you, to say the least. Then we got a couple of these little gnomes. Again, gift-giving ideas. Here's a little gnome for, these go for how much, sir?
$7.99.
$7.99. Here's a little gnome you can pick up.
Got some more Halloween ones. Figured we'd throw them on with Halloween right around the corner.
Absolutely. There's one there, and here's a football gnome, which I think is really cool. Look at this little guy's hat. Looks like a football. That is really neat. Same price point?
Yep, sure is.
All right. Then we go to this guy, and there's
skeleton.
A skeleton gnome. I love it. You like these, don't you?
I do.
Yep. And this little guy's got him a bat and a heart. So, want to give this to your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever the case may be?
A little Dracula.
Little Dracula. Yeah, I like it. And then last but not least, look at this one. I like this. This may be my favorite.
So that's not Halloween theme, but it's our newest one. That's Garth Brooks. That's what it is.
Yes, sir, really?
Uh-huh. So,
Garth Brooks. There you go.
Pretty neat.
For $9.99. So, all this in Lingerfield Drug Center here in downtown Elizabeth, and hours are open.
We're here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12.
Social media, how do we find you?
On Facebook as Lingerfield Drug Center.
Love coming out here shopping. Love promote this gentleman, this great place. Lingerfield Drug Center, right beside Carter County Bank here in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports, Lingerfield Drug Center. We just made a commercial, sir. So
sounds good.
Now, your top seller right now is the Kickles.
Kickles and the peach preserves.
Really?
And I'm not a big peach guy, and I've tried it just to see, and it is pretty good. My favorite, so I like that blackberry, and then there's a seedless red raspberry that's real tasty. But, all those apple butters are good. The pecan apple butter is really good. About everything I've tried is good. Those dilly beans we opened yesterday just to try them, and between me and Hunter and Cecil, I think we ate the majority of that jar.
Yep.
They're hard to stop once you start chomping on them.
Does Marsha jump in there and help out too?
She does not like pickled things, but we made her try one.
Yeah.
And she said that it was pretty good.
So, as far as it went.
Yes, yeah.
I love it. As far as it went. So, again, folks, Lingerfield Drug Center here in downtown. Thank you, George Gwynn. The Container Man. He's awesome. Thank you. I love promoting that guy. We'll do it here in a minute. Love promoting you too, sir. That's awesome.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Now, you're going to come back and talk. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted you to talk about. We're going to come back in the next segment here in a little while. Flu and strep testing right here. The shots that he offers right now, and then how you can transfer prescriptions. You do that all the time, don't you?
We do. The past 2 weeks have been crazy. Big chains, a lot of their rules and how they operate is, I guess, made up by corporations out in California and stuff, and a lot of our local big chains where they aren't in charge of what they can carry in the pharmacy have been running out of a lot of different medicines. We've had a lot of people coming to us, where we can order what we want and we get it next business day if we don't have it. A lot of people has called us. We've been able to get their medicines for them, and they've moved that one to us. And I think just about every person that has come down here to get one medicine, they come in, and the next time they come back, they said, well, it's so easy with y'all, and they move everything. Something I think moving scares a lot of people, but once you come into us once, you're going to want to stay.
Yep. All right, before I let you go, allergies out there real big, and you'll come back in a few minutes to another segment, but allergies are out there right now real big. What would you recommend for allergies over the counter?
A lot of people have been battling that right now between allergies and sinus infections. What we've done for a lot of our people is over-the-counter things like Zyrtec or Claritin are really good options. And something we do that big chains don't is when you buy those type of medicines over the counter, a little 12 or 14 count box can be $18, and that's crazy expensive. So what we do is we can write it in as prescription just over the counter, and we can set the price we want and skip the sales tax. So, we can get it for a quarter of the price, but we've been doing a lot of that. People that are real congested, we've seen a lot of Afrin nose spray. It's decongestant nose spray, and seen a lot of Mucinex and, Tylenol or Advil cold and flu. There's a bunch of different options, but that's where, you know, if you're not sure which one's for you, you can come down and talk to us, and we can talk with you and figure out what's bothering you the worst and help you find which medicine would be best for you.
You're not just a number down here, folks. You're a person.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching this morning. They come up here. He knows them by name.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing? How's things going? How's this going? How's your wife doing? And it's not just a number. And you can call and get your prescription. If I called right now, called in a prescription, how long would it take me to get it?
It'd be done by the time you got hung up, just about.
There you go.
That's something that's made me laugh. A lot of these people has transferred to us from big chains. They'll call in that prescription for the first time and say, do I need to come back tomorrow? And we'll say, no, if you got about 2 minutes, we'll have it for you. So something a lot of people isn't used to fast service.
There you go.
Something we like to try and do for you.
About the first time, maybe the second time, I'll give you one, but the second time I'd have to go back to one of the big box pharmacies and we're not done. You got to come back in a couple of hours, pick it up again. No.
As I said, I don't have patience.
I don't have time to burn the roads up.
Well.
I'm busy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is busy, so you know I'll come once, but if we come back the second time, no, you need to come back, and that happens a lot, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Yeah.
More than ought to happen.
Yeah, there you go. And it doesn't happen here at Lingerfield Drug Center. I can tell you that.
Sure don't.
What is the phone number they can call to find out more from you?
Yeah, it's 423-542-2138.
Yeah. If you've seen Evan Carter on the tube, you obviously know that he can't deny him. They look just almost like twins. So, have you ever been told that you guys look a lot alike?
We do. When I don't have a mustache, we go for twins, and if we're out in public and I have the mustache, they assume he's my kid. So,
how's that go with him when he thinks he's your boy?
It cracks him up. Because when I've got a mustache, I look older than my dad, I think.
Yeah.
Not too many people compliments me on it, but I like it.
That's it. It's all if you like it, it's all matters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, quick break. We'll get him back here in a little while because we are going to talk about what shots are available down here and also the flu and strep testing right here, all one-stop shop for that. I'll let him tell you about that. And then we're going to talk some more about how you can transfer, and if you're a school teacher, how he can deliver your prescriptions right to your school's front door. So all that coming up. But first, we'll take a break for Northeast Community Credit Union. And coming up next, he's here. He's in the house. Ivan Sanders, our buddy Ivan. We'll talk a little football next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Love my credit union rewards. Tell me about that from the credit union, would you please?
Yeah, we have some awesome rewards that you may not know about. And so you'll visit bmycu.org, and then you can look at all of the discounts and exclusive savings just for our credit union members. And it's not hard at all to be a member. So if you want more information about that, definitely reach me at 547-1200. And we've got discounts like H&R Block, you know, it's tax season, it's tax time, and hopefully you'll get some money back. You never know, some people have to pay. But we've got Intuit TurboTax discount. We've got Xfinity Mobile, Spectrum Mobile, Rental Karma, TrueStage, and so forth. So check that out, definitely.
Visit bmycu.org.
Yeah.
Find out more about that. Then you have account alerts and home banking. What's going on about that?
Yeah, this is something that you feel safe with your accounts, and it's really a secure feature. And, you know, you could set this up on your time, such as account balances. You can be alerted of when it falls below or goes above that certain limit you want it to stay at. And we've got ATM withdrawal alerts. We've got direct deposit posting to account alerts. I'm sure people love that because they want to know when they're getting paid. And we got checks clearing alerts, withdrawals, and transfers. So, and it's, you know what, it's free. So you can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Nope.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, last but not least, investment rates are up. That's a good sign. Tell me what's going on with that.
They are. We have options. We've got certificate of deposit options, and then we've got Roth and variable rates for the IRAs. We've got definitely earned tax advantages. You can, such as, let's look here. Traditional offers tax-deferred earnings and possibly tax-deductible contributions if you meet the requirements. And then you got Roth, or not tax-deductible. However, you eventually can withdraw contributions and earnings from a Roth IRA tax-free eventually. So there's just a few examples there. If you want to check out our rates, we have those posted on our website at bmycu.org. And we have awesome, low, competitive rates right now. I mean, you can't beat it.
Hours are open?
We're open at the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 8 o'clock. Our lobby opens at 8:30. We close at 4:30 Monday through Thursday. We close at 5 on Friday. And we are open drive-thru only at every location Saturdays from 9 until noon.
Social media, how do we find you?
You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Be My CU, or Northeast Community Credit Union.
And the locations are?
Rome Mountain off of 19E. We've got one off of 19E in Elizabethton. We have our main office behind Elizabethton High School, and then off of West Oakland Avenue in Johnson City.
There you go. Good report, as always.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Andrew Lewis, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show, and Cyclone Sports, Northeast Community Credit Union. And back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, we're live here again at Lingerfield Drug Center, downtown Elizabeth. And man, he's talking about all those goodies. And are you a pickles kind of guy? You like pickles?
I love pickles, Tom.
Yeah, he's got one called Kickles. Pickles with a kick. He's got a little kick to it. I don't know.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Are you a preserver? Are you like?
Dude, I like anything. Anything that don't eat me, I'll eat it.
Okay, I'd remember that. Anything won't eat me, I'll eat it. So there you go.
There you
go.
go.
That tells me all I need to know. Mr. Sanders enjoys grubbing out, as they say. So,
absolutely.
Yep. So anyway, they got some great, as you saw, great jars of goodies down here at Lingerfield's got their own label on it. Hello, Patsy Lyons. Hello, John Hart. Hello to Mary Beth Tolley up in Wisconsin watching. Hello to Karen Gentry, Lisa Baker. Hey, Baker. Gary Rowe, pastor at Fairview Baptist Church. Had the privilege of speaking up there earlier this summer, and we had a nice time up there. You know, I just, look here. I went here and looked for it, and I hit it and deleted it. I didn't delete it, but I moved. Here we go. Here we go. Now I know what we're going to talk about. So first, we're going to talk about the Rangers and the Astros. What's your take on the series so far? 2-1 Rangers.
Oh, it's been a thrilling series. I was hoping that the Rangers would come back last night and get that 3-0 lead, but you know, baseball is one of those games that if you take advantage of your opportunities and get those early runs like the Astros did last night, you put yourself in a pretty good position to win. Rangers kept fighting, tried to come back. Of course, Evan had that double, but they just couldn't put the hits together when they needed to get the runs in. And kudos to the starting pitcher for the Astros. He did a marvelous job just throwing nothing other than just fastball for most part. And, you know, it's going to be an interesting series from here on out. 2-1 Rangers. Hopefully, what they do, playing 3 games in all
2-3-2.
2-3-2. So
yep.
Hopefully the Rangers can get their feet back under them and come back and maybe take that series and advance to the World Series. Of course, you can tell I'm pulling for the Rangers in this, but I've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed that series. Watching I haven't watched much baseball all year, but in watching this series, it's been exciting. I've looked forward to it every night that's come on.
2 really good baseball teams. Starting tonight for the Astros, Jose Urquidy, and for the Rangers go Andrew Haney. On the other side, it's 2-0 Phillies going into Arizona. Rangers Suarez will go for the Phillies tonight, and Brandon Pfaadt will start for Arizona. It's the first game at 5:07 Eastern. The second game will be the Rangers and the Astros at 8:03 tonight. Who do you like in that series of the Phillies and Arizona?
Well, you know, the Phillies right now are probably playing some of the hottest baseball of any of the teams out there. They took care of Atlanta pretty quickly. They took care of the Diamondbacks, which was surprising. I figured at least it'd be maybe 1-1 going back to Arizona, but they've put it together, and they're acting like they want to defend that World Series they won last year. And you know, when you got Bryce Harper and some of those other guys that they've got on that team that can really just knock the cover off the baseball, it's going to be tough for Arizona. If they don't get a win tonight, they might be in deep trouble.
They've got, of course, Kyle Schwarber. They've got Castellanos. They've got, I guess the guy that impressed me is their third baseman. This kid's made some plays. Alec Boehm down at third, BOHM. This guy defensively has really guarded that third base line and made some great defensive plays already for the Phillies third baseman. So all that coming up. It's a doubleheader today. The early game will be as we said, the first game will be the Phillies and Arizona at 5:07. 8:03 tonight will be a game between the Rangers and the Houston Astros. High school football night. A lot of things moving tonight because of the weather coming in tomorrow. Everybody knows that football is a big money game. It's the bell ringer for most athletic departments across the area, so they want to get as most bang for the buck, most fans they can get in to watch a game. So they moved it from Friday to the night to avoid the rain. And who wants to sit out in the rain for homecoming and 50-degree weather, which is supposed to be the forecast tomorrow night? So, having said that, a lot of them tonight. Let's preview this one. The Hampton Bulldogs of Unaco. How's that going to go tonight?
Hampton's playing some quality football right now. They kind of took their bumps and bruises early in the season. Coach Lunsford's got that bunch turned around. They're playing some solid football, putting a lot of points on the board. Unaco last week lost a heartbreaker on the road in North Green. They needed that win to kind of keep themselves in good standings in the conference for playoffs. But this is a non-conference matchup. The best thing that you can hope for in this game tonight is that both teams can come away healthy. Nobody gets hurt. I think the Rangers are going to have their hands full with Hampton because of just the size and the talent that they have that they can come at you with. And so it's going to be a battle over there. It's always good to put these two schools that are in the county facing off with each other. But I think Coach Bennett up there at Unaco and his team is going to have a struggle tonight with the Bulldogs.
It is homecoming tonight. Coach White was here earlier talking about his book called The Dog, and so he's selling those copies tonight at the game. So if you're going to be at the game, want to pick that copy up, $19.95, or go up the street here at the Eagle Center. One of our sponsors, they're selling that book. All C.Y. Peters books are there. And so he's got one on Charlie Bailey. He's got one on the Hampton Bulldogs. He's got one on, obviously, let me think here. Carter County Legends, Sports Legends. He's got one now on Jerry White, Coach White. I think he's working on one for Lynn Duggar, too, is what I was told. So, anyway, that one's there, ready to go. $19.95 will be the price for that, and you can buy them tonight at the ball game. Science Hill Daniel Boone tonight, being played again at Kermit Tipton Stadium at 8 o'clock kickoff. Preview that one for you. What do you think?
I think with it being at Science Hill, I've always said home field advantage is good for at least 6-7 points. Daniel Boone's going to have their hands cut out for them as well. They lost last week to, I believe it was Sevier County in the game that was going to determine the region championship for Sevier County. Boone is they're a team that you just don't really know what to expect. They could come out and take you to the woodshed, or you might come out on top as well. But I know that Stacy Carter's going to have his group of Hilltoppers ready for that game. Big night tonight. I think they're having like a regional soccer championship prior to the football game. So
they are. Yep.
They should have a pretty good crowd there tonight. And is it homecoming there as well tonight for Science Hill?
Senior night maybe. Yeah.
Senior night. So it's always a big night. These seniors want to go out as a winner in their senior night performance. And I think Science Hill probably will have the upper hand in this one. It may be closer than what I think, but I just think there's so many skilled guys that the Toppers can throw at you. It's going to be tough for Daniel Boone to guard them all.
Talking to Ivan Sanders, Lisa Baker says, thanks, Ivan, for all you do. So, Baker, you have got the seal of the Baker approval.
That's
there
a big seal, too.
It is a seal, yep. Big seal, good seal. Hello, John Harden. Thank you, sir, for watching. Again, hello to Mary Beth up in Wisconsin. Hello to Rick Ranson down in Florida watching. Appreciate you. Jimmy Stout in Georgia. You have Happy Valley North Green tonight. Preview that game.
Well, I've got the privilege of, since the Cyclones are off this week, I got the privilege of covering that game tonight. The last 5 weeks, the Happy Valley Warriors have been averaging 39.5 points per ball game.
Wow.
I can remember in the last couple of seasons, if they were lucky to get to 14 or 20, they were flying high. And right now, the Warriors are a team that believes in what they're doing. They've turned their season around 5-3, got a 5-game winning streak, I believe it is. I think North Green is a much improved ball team as well. Coach Tilson has done a good job with the Huskies down there, but I just think that the Warriors, being maybe just a little bit more manpower, being in a conference ahead of North Green, I think Jason Jarrett is wanting to get his team down there and get the job done and continue the win streak. And right now they're setting themselves up for a pretty good chance to have a home field game in the playoffs. So every week's important for the Warriors, and I believe that tonight that Happy Valley will take care of business and get it done. It is senior night for North Green as well. They did want to move the game to tonight because of that, to avoid the rain and the weather and things, so they could get a lot of people in, as you said earlier. But I don't think the ball game, in my mind, I don't think it's going to be close. I may be wrong. I think Happy Valley's going to probably win by at least 3-4 touchdowns.
We're talking to Ivan Sanders. We're here live at Lingerfield Drug Center in downtown Elizabethton. So last one we'll showcase Tennessee High and Westridge tonight. Who wins that ball game at Westridge?
My goodness, that's kind of like Coach Pete McKinney used to say, you could flip a coin. You just don't never know which team is going to show up for either team. I mean, Westridge certainly has the capabilities to win that ball game, but Tennessee High, you know, they love to compete. They'll come and bring everything at you, including the kitchen sink. So that's going to be a really good ball game tonight for those fans attending that game over there in Blumville. If I had to give a pick or lean one way, I would say Westridge maybe by 7 in that game, by a touchdown, just simply because they are at home. But that's the reason why you have to play the game. You just never know.
Tennessee High's got a really good running game. They've really come on here the last 3 or 4 weeks of establishing their offense, and so it'll be a good ball game tonight. It's a non-conference game. Again, Tennessee High, Westridge. All right, we'll move things. One more pick for you. Yonder in Tuscaloosa on Saturday. The Alabama Crimson Tide and the Tennessee Volunteers. What do you think?
A lot of people have asked me about that game this week, Tom, and here my response to them has been simply this. Tennessee is wanting to be a team that can elevate themselves to a championship caliber program. In saying that, the win last year against Alabama at home was huge. It was exciting. The fans stormed the field, carried the goalpost to the river. But if you're going to be a quality team, it's time you have to put up or shut up. And saying that, to be considered in a championship caliber scenario, you've got to be able to put some wins together back to back. You know, you can't win one ball game and then lose the next 10 years in a row. You have to win consecutive, and that not only helps your program prove that they're worthy to be considered in playoff talk, but it also helps you in your recruiting. And right now, everybody knows that Alabama recruits all the top names in the country. And if you can go into Tuscaloosa and pull off a win down there, then that should and could help sway some of those top name recruits back toward Neyland Stadium in Knoxville.
As I said earlier when Andrew was here, Andrew McKeon, I said, this is what I would do. If I was Nick Saban, I'd run that video every day in practice about 5 times. Boys come back and watch it again, dragging the goalpost down to the river and how they stormed the field, which is great. It's part of college football, and I understand why Tennessee did it. They had every right to do it. But I would use that as a motivational tool this year for the Alabama team. And so, okay, rewind, let's run it again. We don't watch it. Yeah, we did. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. I'd let them watch it every day and just let them get a taste of that in their mouth again, that old bitter taste of getting beat at Knoxville. Yeah. And of course, if I'm Tennessee, I'm from Heupel, I'm playing it for the exact opposite reason. We did it at our place. Let's go down to Tuscaloosa and do it at their place. So I think it can be used for either way, motivational tool.
Yeah. I think the key, too, in this ball game, and that's happened, and I'm sure as much as it's been replayed over and over in Facebook, that that Saban didn't even have to pull that film out. I'm sure that his players have had that on their probably on their feed for quite some time. But, you know, the key in this ball game tomorrow, bottom line, is that if Tennessee's offense can get back on track and produce, I'm not saying score 50 or 60 points, but I'm saying be able to, when they get in the red zone, convert those opportunities and score. Their defense is strong enough to win the football game. They probably got one of the top defenses in the country from what I've seen so far and what I saw last week against Texas A&M. You know, they just keep getting stronger every week. So everybody wants to say it's Joe Milton's fault that he's not hitting his passes. There is some timing issues there. Understand that. But the running game is probably one of the top running games in the country right now. As far as Milton goes, he's just going to have to he's not the same caliber as Hendon Hooker. Hooker, I think, was so intelligent and smart and knew what to do, when to do it, and when to release the football. I think Milton's biggest problem is his release timing. And then, too, what people forget, and I was talking to someone today about it. It's kind of interesting, is that the only thing that's changed from last year to this year is with Hooker moving out and Milton moving in, is the loss of their offensive coordinator from last year. If you watch Tennessee football right now, they're just sort of out of kilter in offense, and I don't know if that's coming between the transition from the press box up here from Coach Hazel down to the sidelines of Coach Heupel, and Coach Heupel getting that play in, or if Coach Heupel's sitting over kind of going back and forth in his own head, you know. So if you noticed last week, there's 2 times that the play clock ran down to almost 1 second, and they had to call timeout, waste their timeouts just to keep from getting penalties. So I think the offensive coordinator spot has been huge this year. It's not so much on Milton as it is maybe just getting in sync and getting that offense timed right, running that up-tempo game. But
good point.
Who am I?
Liz Wandell says, thanks for all you do, Ivan. So there you go. Liz
Thank you,
Wandell
Liz.
thinks you're a big
Appreciate
stuff. So does Lisa Baker, and so do I, and a lot of folks do.
I
Guy does a
appreciate
great job. And so working for the city, what's going on in the city right now? You want
The next big event coming up, scheduled to have the movie tomorrow night in the park for the Adams family, if the rain will sidetrack, and hopefully everybody can come out and enjoy that night. And then on Halloween, we have our merchants downtown will be having their annual Halloween trick-or-treat, which starts at 3:30 and runs a little bit longer this year, runs to 5 o'clock. Last year the crowd was just enormous, and it just seemed like it kept building as the hour went by. So I think the hour's going to be a little bit longer this year for them to trick-or-treat. Always a good, safe place to come downtown and let the merchants kindly fill those kids' pumpkins up in their bags, and they'll get enough candy. I'm sure that the dentist will be pleased if they don't go out anywhere else after that. But you know, that's coming up. We're excited about that. And then you know, we're getting ready to hit the Thanksgiving and the Christmas season here pretty soon. There'll be a lot of shopping opportunities downtown for for residents and visitors from outside to come down and visit our shops. And also we'll have our Christmas parade and oh my goodness, the skate rink, just a lot of things getting ready to take place over the next couple of months. And I don't know where this year's gone, Tom. It's just like yesterday that it seemed
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I know, man.
It's flown by.
Yeah.
Well, you've heard me on the show, and we'll keep pounding the request. Your Grand Marshal Christmas Parade should be Evan Carter. Bar none. I don't know who they pick. I don't know how they pick it. I don't know who picks it. But you want my vote, Evan Carter and Kalen should be up on that float as the Grand Marshals of the Elizabethan Christmas Parade when it happens in December. So
and hopefully 2 or 3 of our football teams from this area coming back with state championship falling in behind them.
That'd
It'd
be good.
Awesome to have that set up this year.
it's possible. A lot of things have to happen, but for my money, Evan Carter ought to be the man right here in Elizabeth, what he's done this year, to be the Grand Marshal of the Christmas Parade.
Well, you know, working for the city, I've kind of got the ear. I can probably get in the ear of the person that's over that parade. Maybe plant that.
I think it's a no-brainer.
Plant that
I mean, really.
notion.
I mean, look what he has done to bring the notoriety to the city of Elizabethton.
Yeah.
I mean, almost every day they do an article. Evan Carter, 21-year-old from Elizabethton, Tennessee. Man, that is PR and that's marketing. You don't pay for it. You can't put a dollar amount on it.
No. I was honored the other day that Coach Presnell, Evan's high school coach at Elizabethton, called me and said that Major League Baseball was wanting to do an article on him, and they asked for me to send them some pictures for their article. And I forwarded them on to Coach Presnell, and that was an honor for me to just, because I've kept photos from past several years of athletes that's come through that I've covered. And, you know, that says something when you can provide a picture to somebody like Major League Baseball that they're going to use in an article to promote a kid that came from this area. And, you know, it's not only that Elizabethton has adopted him, or not adopted him, he's our kid, but it seems like the whole state of Tennessee is starting to take that pride in what Evan has done and what he's doing, not only for Elizabethton, but for the whole state of Tennessee.
Absolutely. I think he's become the media darling of the national media, really. I mean, it's almost every day that somebody's saying something about Evan Carter. So, in fact, we played the interview yesterday. We can play it as we wrap it up here with Ivan Sanders, what we played yesterday, let you hear it again and see it again. Thank you, my friend, for coming.
No problem, Tom. I appreciate you, man.
Yep. Good man right here. Ivan Sanders, again, with the city of Elizabethton. How about it? Here's the Evan Carter interview, the national story. Check out how at the end of the story he gives proper credit to his lovely bride. His doll baby just got married last December, not even a year yet, Miss Kalen. And so here it is, Evan Carter. Coming up next, Dr. Eric Carter joins us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. A little bit later on, Jonathan Valentine, the band director of Elizabethton, stops by. Big band competition next Saturday at Citizens Bank Stadium, and he'll be here to tell us all about that. But here's Evan Carter on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Watching Evan Carter work out with his teammates, at first you might confuse him for the Bat Boy. If he looks young, it's because he is. Just turned 21 in August, was barely old enough to legally drink the champagne the Rangers enjoyed after their playoff clinching wins against Tampa and Baltimore. He's only been in the big leagues 5 weeks, but he plays like a 10-year veteran, hitting .429 in the postseason and on base 62% of the time. You've burst on the scene in a way that isn't often seen in this game. How do you keep it at this even keel level that you seem to?
Yeah, I think that baseball has a funny way of humbling anybody and everybody, and it always will, so that's always going to be chasing you. Whenever that does show up, I've just got to stay confident and have fun and just keep doing what I'm doing. That's all that really matters. You can't control when that eventually will catch up to you, but, hold it off for as long as possible and just keep having fun.
Carter's Rangers teammates have had some fun joking with the rookie, too, calling him the savior for the work he did in the regular season to help them reach the playoffs. And now the work that he's doing to spark the team in the postseason. But it can't be as easy as he makes it look, can it? What's the biggest difference between minor league pitching and major league pitching?
Gosh, there's a bunch of differences. I mean, everybody that you face, in the minor leagues, sometimes you get the starter out and it's like, all right, like we're going to get some relief in the bullpen. We want to get the starter out of the game. And now it's like, you get the starter out of the game and there's somebody just as good, if not better, coming in, and there's no real let up, I guess. That would be the biggest difference for me.
If the difference between pitching in the minors and major leagues is significant, then surely, too, is the intensity level once you're playing October baseball, and even more so in an ALCS matching these Lone Star rivals. You've gotten a taste of playoff baseball, obviously, now. Now it ramps up. Do you get a sense for what this means to this state and these fan bases?
Yeah, I mean, the game the other night was awesome. That's the coolest game I've ever been a part of. And I know it's only going to get better the further that we go, so it's really exciting. Exciting
for sure, but this 21-year-old manages to stay grounded. And the biggest reason why? The young lady who's been by his side since middle school, and his wife since December, Kaylin Shell.
My wife, 100%. She's always there for me, good or bad. Gosh, she's the foundation of our relationship, man, holding it all together, so I'm really thankful for her.
It's time for another giveaway. Just in time for the holidays. The Tom Taylor Sports Show and the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton giving you the chance to win a $100 gift certificate. That's right, a $100 gift certificate, and it's easy to qualify. All you do to enter is by liking and following both the Tom Taylor Sports Show and the Jewelers Bench Facebook page, and by making a comment on the Facebook post pinned at the top of the Tom Taylor Sports Show page. It's just that easy. Winner announced Wednesday, November the 22nd, just in time for the Black Friday sale. Qualify today. Win a $100 gift certificate just in time for the holidays from the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Readers are winners. Hi, this is Tom Taylor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'm a huge proponent on the importance of reading. I firmly believe it's the key to being successful, being the best reader you can be. And so in partnership with Elizabethton City Schools and the Betsy Book Bus, it's the Readers Are Winners Reading Challenge. At the end of this 9 weeks, the top 50 readers based on minutes read from each of the 3 elementary schools, East Side, Harold McCormick, West Side, will get and win Tom Taylor Sports Show Readers Are Winners t-shirts, plus be featured on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Reading is so important. In fact, Walt Disney said, it is books that are the key to the wide world. If you can't do anything else, read all that you can. Albert Einstein said, if you're going to get anywhere in life, you have to read a lot of books. And Margaret Fuller simply said, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. It's the Readers Are Winners Book Challenge on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Elizabethton City Schools, and the Betsy Book Bus. Here's some folks who also believe in the importance of reading. Look at him. He looks angelic. So, because the way the sun's coming through the sunroof up here, so it excuse me, we'll have to do with what we can do. So I don't know what else we could do. You have any suggestions?
Get an umbrella, be all the time.
Yeah, you can sit down there and see if it think it'll change any.
Hey, I've got an umbrella. I'll grab real quick.
Do you really? What a bunch of rednecks. You might be a redneck, got to have an umbrella to do your show, but the sun's coming through the sunroof up here above us, which is good. Tomorrow it won't be out because it's supposed to be pouring down the rain tomorrow. So, but today it's awesome. It's a beautiful fall day, I can tell you that. It's gorgeous. Jonathan Valentine's going to join us. He really is. I've been doing this a long time, folks. I've never been in a position where I got to work. I'm going to hold the umbrella while he talks. Well, it will work. You're a smart little thing, you.
Oh, yeah.
Now, look at that. That is hilarious. There you go. People will think, see, when they see this, we're going to record this in a minute, they're going to see this going, is the roof leaking? Oh. Carrie says, pull your laptop close to you. All right. See if that's, you think that's going to be the difference? Let's see if we got it right here. Let's see.
Set that down and try it.
Nope, that's not going to be it. That's not the reason. The reason is just the sunroof. But that's okay. We can singing in the rain. I'm sorry. All the years I've been doing this, I've never been. I've had to have a umbrella to finish the show. That's okay. It's all right. It is what it is. Let's hit this right here because we got a lot to talk about. Got a lot of good information. Let's hit this. Talking to our buddy Dr. Eric Carter, one of the proud sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. The flu and strep testing, one-stop shop down here at Lingerfield Drug Center. Tell me about it.
Yes, that's something we've had for a few months now, and seems like every week we're doing more and more of them. But especially with school being back in session and with the weather changing, flu is going around, and we've seen a good bit of strep too. But a lot of people hate to have to go to a doctor's office for it because you'll be sitting in a waiting room for an hour and then have to wait on results and then go to a pharmacy and get medicines. But we've got set up to do the rapid testing here in the pharmacy now. So that's something you can come in, fill out the paperwork real quick, and we can do the test. And for, I think, flu is 5 minutes and strep is 10 minutes. We can have those results for you. And if it does come back positive, we can actually write the prescriptions for you as well. So you can be in and out in about 20 minutes. So
wow.
That's something I think is a great thing to offer, especially if you got a bunch of kids and don't want to have them in a waiting room full of sick people and sitting around for a long time. We can get you in and out real quick.
That's awesome. Lingerfield Drug Center here in downtown Elizabeth, right beside Carter County Bank. The flu and strep testing one-stop shop to have that done. Shots, you offer a lot of different shots. Tell me about that.
Yes, it is shot season right now, it seems like, but we've got our flu shots, and for those we've got the standard dose for people under the age of 65, high dose for people over 65, and then we've also got the egg-free for people that are allergic to eggs. So flu shots are big right now, and then new this year, which they've been studying it for about 10 years, so it does have good evidence and safety behind it, but the RSV shots. And, before, RSV has always kind of been something you see in children and really infants more so, just because they haven't built up an immune system yet. But lately, the last year or two, it's started becoming prevalent in older people, specifically older people with diabetes or heart problems, kind of things that may make your immune system a little bit lower. But they've got this vaccine out now, and it's about 88% effective, they say. And as far as the evidence shows right now, it's just a one-time dose. So that's something we've been giving a lot of RSV shots, and people, where it's new, I've been calling to check in and make sure everything has went well for them, and haven't seen any side effects from it yet, besides arm being a little sore, kind of just basic shot side effect. But that's something I think, especially if you're around young kids like babies, or if you are a little bit older and have diabetes or high blood pressure, that shot would be a good thing for you to do. That'd protect yourself and young people.
Absolutely. Those two.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the COVID shot.
Yes, we have got the new COVID booster, and I know COVID shots are real controversial right now, it seems like. A lot of politics and opinions related to it. But what I do, I was telling you before, I like to read and learn and things like that. So that's what a lot of my mornings are, is kind of reading papers and different studies and things like that, trying to get as much evidence as I can. And that's something, if you're not sure if you want the COVID shot, or if you know you do, you can come on down. But if you're unsure about it, you can come down and we can talk. And a lot of people ask what my opinion is, and that's something, you know, we can come in and talk about it, and I can give you the evidence and the numbers and kind of give you the tools to make a decision. So that's something, you know, we're not forcing that on you, but that's something a lot of people do have questions about. So I think it's good to get all the information.
Yeah, the information, you'll be well versed to tell us. Then you have pneumonia shots. Something about that.
Yes, pneumonia shots are good this time of year. It's kind of like flu and things like that. All the respiratory viruses go around in the fall, and pneumonia shots are good starting once you hit age 65, or people, you know, autoimmune disease or cancer or something like that may not have a good immune system. And there is 3 different strengths of pneumonia shots out now. So that's something, you know, if you don't know which one you need, you can come in and talk to us. We can walk through and figure out which shot you need. And something good about all these shots is before there was copays on some of them, not the flu shot, but the others there were. And starting this year, actually, all shots are free. So insurance covers them. So, you know, when you come in, you don't have to worry about a copay or anything like that. You can just come in and talk to us and be out the door.
That's great to know, folks, at Lingerfield Drug Center. Last but not least, transferring prescriptions. That happens all the time. It's easy. And tell us about transferring prescriptions here at Lingerfield.
So that's something that makes a lot of people nervous, you know, especially if they've been at the same pharmacy for a long time. But transfer really is easy. All you got to do is give us a call. We get your name and your birthday, and then we can call wherever you're at, and we'll transfer it all for you. And, you know, especially if people takes more than 1 or 2 medicines, they worry, well, this one might not have refills, or this one isn't due yet. You know, if you don't need your medicine right now, we can go ahead and get your prescriptions and then have them here for when you need them, or if something is out of refills, we call the doctors and get new refills and take care of everything for you.
There you go. Downtown Elizabeth and right beside Carter County Bank. Hours are open.
We're here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12.
Phone number?
It's 423-542-2138.
And he's on social media where?
We're on Facebook as Lingerfield Drug Center.
There you go. Love sponsoring these folks down here at the Mom and Pop Prescription and Pharmacy and Prescriptions Field down here, because you mean something here, not just another number, here at Lingerfield Drug Center in downtown Elizabeth, and proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. That's awesome. So over the counter right now, what are folks coming in for?
A lot of, as we talked about last time, a lot of allergies, a lot of sinus infections. I've seen a good bit of sore throat and stuff like that, you know, and that's where when people come in and talk about sore throat, you know, before we could recommend something like chloroseptic spray or cough drops, but now we can offer strep tests too, you know, so that's kind of just another tool we have to kind of better see which medicine would help you. And that's something, you know, over-the-counter stuff, there's 1,000 different choices, so having a place like this where you can come in and we can talk to you and, you know, see what symptoms you have, what's bothering you most, we can tell you which medicines would be the best for you.
I'm going to hit one more here real quick, because I think I got another good one for you. We're talking to Dr. Eric Carter from Lingerfield Drug Center, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. A lot of pharmacies out there, mom and pops and chain pharmacies. What do you feel like separates Lingerfield Drug Center from all the competition?
I think it is our personal touch. You know, with big chains, you go in, they don't know who you are. They don't know your health problems. They just have your patient ID number, and as long as you've got a credit card, you know, that's all that matters. But, you know, at a store like this, our customers are kind of like our family. You know, we care about them, and we want them to be healthy and be with us for a long time and be as healthy as they can be. So that's something we take the time to get to know all our customers, and we try our best to do everything we can to help them. You know, whether that's delivering medicine to them if they can't get down here to us, or you know, we had one patient. It's been a few months, but her house had burned down, and her medicine had all burned up with it, and a few of her medicines were fairly expensive, and we knew, you know, that's a hard time for them, and we ended up deciding just to cover the cost ourselves. And you know, that's something, like I said, we care about our customers, and I think, you know, if you want to be treated with respect and like a human being, you can come here to us and we'll take care of you.
Customer service the old-fashioned way, folks. No question. I see it every time I come down and do a show. All right, so tell us, as always, social media, how do we find you?
Yes, on Facebook is Lingerfeld Drug Center.
Hours you're open?
Here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12.
And the phone number for any and all questions?
Yes, it's 423-542-2138.
Love promoting these folks right beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. It is Dr. Eric Carter and the Lingerfeld Drug Center. There you go. I just want people to know that, because I sit here every day, every time I come once a month to do this show, and I watch it, and Hunter knows them, Marcia knows them, you know them, Cecil knows them. You just know your people.
Yeah.
And it's more than just get the prescription, run back out the door. You got to shoot the bull, chew the fat, and all that, right?
Yeah. That's something people come in, you know, and we know about their health and about them and about everybody. We know about their families, you know, what's going on, good or bad. And I think, you know, that's a lot of people, this is kind of not related, but a lot of people that transfer to us worry that we don't have a drive-through, and that is an inconvenience to some, but we offer the curbside pickup there at our back door in the alley. You can pull up and we can bring medicine out to you. And it's kind of funny, whenever people do transfer to us, they may do curbside once or twice, but they end up coming in, and you know, once they come in once, they're going to come in every time because they enjoy talking. And where we've got our morning crew that comes every morning, about everybody knows them, and they'll come in, get their prescriptions, get some coffee, and end up staying to talk. You know, it's, like I said, it's kind of like family. You can come down here and
really is.
Know us.
Yep. Move the umbrella, see if the glare's still there, see if it's changed any. Nope, it's worse. So there you go. The umbrella's working. It's doing it for our next and last guest. So we'll get him. This is our buddy, Dr. Eric Carter. Hopefully I'll call down there next week and you're going to be gone. He's in Philadelphia. He's in Arizona with his brother in the Texas Rangers. That's what I'm hoping. Hope that's you do too, right?
I do too, yeah.
Yeah, it is
Last
awesome.
Last night's game was not a fun one to watch.
No.
Every game can't be a win, so got to accept it and get ready for tonight.
You scream, yell at the TV?
I do if I'm by myself. If I'm with company, I try and be respectful. But last night was not a game I was very quiet.
There you go. Well, I'll see you next month.
Sounds great. I appreciate it.
Quick break. Jonathan Valentine, the band director of the defending state champions of Division II, the Betsy Band. He's there with us because coming up not this Saturday, but next Saturday, big band festival competition at the bank at Citizens Bank Stadium here in Elizabeth. We'll tell you all about it next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It's brand spanking new.
Yeah, so this is their studded heart necklace. It's got a clasp that you can wear in the front, and then you can also put beads on it.
Yep.
And it's $165.
$165. All right, tell you about this one.
And then this is their signature bracelet, which typically is what everybody goes with, and it is $65.
$65, all right. And we got a ring. Tell us about the ring.
This is a new 3-stone blue CZ colored ring, and it's $115.
Yep. All right. Got more show and tell.
Yeah, so I thought we'd do something. You know, Halloween's coming up. They're also coming out with some new charms, but I love that little pumpkin. I think he's cute.
It is cute.
He's $60.
$60, all right, for the pumpkin from Pandora.
And then this is a vampire with heart.
Vampire with a heart. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that one was $70.
$70, yep. These are new. All right.
This is a new charm that they just came out with. I love it. It's got the moon, star, and sun, moon, and star dangle.
Mm-hmm. Don't let the computer camera sell you. Come see it in person.
It's $85.
$85, all right.
And then these are new. It's the birthstone earrings. So And I'm going to just show you an example of, this is August, and they're 60.
Okay.
And then this is September.
Awesome.
But we have them in, January through December.
All of them, right? All the months. Yeah.
All of them.
Some of the things you can see, folks, here again at the Jewelers Bench, your full-service, full-time jewelry store in Elizabeth and Carter County. Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram.
Right. Phone number?
Phone number is 423-542-5600.
Hours are open.
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6. Saturday, 9:30 to 2.
Ship all over the country.
We do.
And a very liberal, easy layaway plan.
Yep, as long as you're making payments.
That's
monthly.
it. That's it. All right here at the Jewelers Bench, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
Hey, I'm Elizabeth, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the collab of flavors. The sweet honey, the pickled jalapeno peppers, and the creamy pimento cheese. It is a perfect bite.
Hey y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. When I took a first bite, I was like, go, go, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go chicken, go, go, go get it.
Back on the
Where am I supposed to hold this thing?
That's right there. That's good.
Is that good?
Oh, yeah.
You sure?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm country. It don't matter to me. If you're just tuning in, why do we have an umbrella? Is the roof leaking? Is it raining? No, it's the glare come to the sunroof at this time of the day. And so now by about 1:05 when the show's over, it'll be okay. It will have moved and shifted, but it's not right now. So in order to see his handsome mug, we got to put an umbrella up here to do that. So you see on the screen who it is. Director of the defending state champ in Division II, the Betsy Band, Mr. Jonathan Valentine. Thank you for stopping by.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's awesome. So competition, we've been to Carnes. We've been to Music in the Castle in Bristol.
That's correct.
If I'm missing one, leave one out.
That's it so far.
So far. Big one this Saturday at East Tennessee State. Tell me about it.
That's correct. Yeah, this weekend we'll be going against 26 bands from about 8 or so different states, including going all the way from Arkansas, Missouri.
Wow.
Coming to compete at the Mini Dome, which is a really iconic performance venue for Bands of America. But we're competing on a regional level this week, and last year we finished 4th with an 81, which was one of the highest placements and one of the highest scores that we'd ever gotten. And so this year we hope to try to match it. Maybe we can improve on it, and you never know how it's going to go. It's always up to the judges and how the show dynamic goes, but we're really excited. We're going to be competing against the best of the best this weekend.
So is this event the measuring stick for a band?
It's the measuring stick for a band like ours, yeah, because we're such an anomaly, because we are competing. We have so many kids in the program for such a small school, but Bands of America is full of band programs that are like that. It's full of band programs that are well funded, well supported, beloved in their community. It's a band. It's a much more comparable band competition for what we do and what we want to achieve on a regional and national scale. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit more comparable to what we're designed for.
How many kids in the band?
150.
150. School size is what, 800 and some?
It's 875, 900, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So pretty good percentage now coming up out of T.A. Duggar. They got a bunch of youngins up there, don't they?
Yeah, they do. He's gotten all of it. He's recovered from COVID. He's back over 200 kids. A big, healthy sized beginning band this year, and a bunch of awesome 7th and 8th graders as well.
Yep. What time do you perform on Saturday?
We perform at 4
p.m.
And then the awards will happen at 4:45, and that's when we'll find out if we made the night show, and if we do make the night show, which I'm fairly confident we should make the night show, hopefully, and then we'll find out how we did, or we'll figure out what time we performed that night based on how we did that morning. But finals starts at 7:30, and the top 12 bands get to perform regardless of class, basically. So.
Just throw them in the pot and the top 12 go. Here we go. Yep. DB's there locally?
Yep.
Just Us and DB?
Us and DB and the Marching Bucks.
There you go.
Who are
cool.
Awesome. They're so good.
Are they
Marching
really?
Bucks, yeah. One of the best college bands I've seen.
Really?
Yeah.
ETSU, the Marching Bucks.
And they march right after DB at 4:30. So if you come at 4, you could see Elizabethton,
DB,
the
and
Marching
Bucks in a
and
row.
the award ceremony all in a row.
That's cool.
It's a pretty sweet deal. They are awesome. They're awesome. Of course, it doesn't help whenever they get invited. It helps whenever you get invited to go march the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade next year. So
it's not too shabby.
Recruiting went up a little bit
I would
whenever they
think.
announced that they were going to go march in New York City.
I would think so.
Yeah.
The interest level went, okay,
Yeah.
we're going to go to the Big Apple.
Yeah.
I want to go march in that band. I get
Yeah.
that. Totally understand that.
Yeah.
We got a big event coming up, not this Saturday, obviously. We're going to be at ETSU this Saturday, but the Betsy Band will be hosting a big event next Saturday. Tell me about it.
That's correct. On the 28th of October, starting at noon, we are going to be hosting the second annual Elizabethton Classic. We're extremely excited because we think our facility is second to none for not just football, but I think that we have one of the best setups in East Tennessee for a band competition.
Mm-hmm.
Because of just the flow of everything is really well. We did it for our first time last year, and we had 14 bands sign up, and we had a ton of compliments. People talking about how well it was organized, how nice the band parents were, how good the food was. And, of course, you know, the bands were performing in our stadium, which does not have a track, which is where, you know, that's one of the biggest knocks on some of the other competing competition is that there's an Olympic-sized track in the way, and so it makes some of the small bands feel like they're a million miles away, whereas we're right up on them. And so we have a ton of seating. We have 20 bands this year. It will be the 21st performance at the end of the night. And actually,
awesome.
if you want to count the T.A. Duggar Band, they're going to perform the national anthem for us at 12,
That's awesome.
at 12:30. So gates will open at 12. The national anthem will be performed by the advanced band of T.A. Duggar at 12:30. And then at 12:45, the first competing band begins.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So we had 14 last year, up to 20. So there you go. Proof's in the pudding. They don't come unless it's well run, unless they feel like they're getting the money's worth and the bang for the buck. So who are some of the bands that are coming?
Yeah, so we have Rye Cove, Cloudland, South Green, North Green, Johnson County, Marion Senior High School, West Green, Hampton, Daniel Boone, Mitchell from North Carolina, Happy Valley, Unicoi, Sullivan East, and Cherokee. That's the small band division.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first 4 classes. And then the bigger band division is Morristown West, Volunteer, Ridgeview, Greenville, Tennessee High, Carnes, and then we'll perform last as an exhibition for comments only and while we're getting awards set up, and then awards will be at 8:30.
Wow. Tickets are on sale for the event?
So
Or
we're
will
gonna be posting on the Betsy Band Facebook page this week about VIP tickets, which is a $75 packet that comes with preferred seating, preferred parking, a program, 4 tickets, and a bandogram that you'll get to read for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I
And
like reading the
then-
bandograms. They're pretty cool.
And then, but everybody else can just buy them at the door. It's $10 for an adult, $5 for a kid, and then under 5 is free. The programs are $10, and the concession stand is the only thing that's set up to receive debit cards, so cash is preferred. Actually, I need to find that out. We may be able to take a credit card at tickets, but most likely I believe it's the only thing we have set up for a debit card is the
Concession.
concession stand, which
Yep.
is pretty normal.
Yep,
And we
it
did
is.
buy 2 more we did buy 2 more card readers for the Greenville game, because that's one of the number 1 complaints we get is people want to use their debit cards, but we only had one machine, so we bought a few more, so we'll be ready for the Greenville game.
Yep, which will be Friday night. And Saturday, the Smoke and Clears Night game, which is the game of the year, next Friday night. And then you roll right into the Elizabethton Classic. So gates will open at what time next Saturday?
12 noon.
Starts at 12:30.
12:30 is the
Yep.
anthem by the T.A. Duggar Band, and then 12:45 is the first performing band.
What I thought was cool last year, I think I told him this, but I've done these before at other places, and 12 o'clock tends to be 12:28, 12:37. Here, 12:30, we're starting at 12:30, we're on it at 12:30. And the next band, I mean, it's like boom, it's like a well-oiled machine. You stayed on task, and, you know, people appreciate that. If it starts at 12:30, they won't start at 12:30. People are busy and they expect it to start when it starts. And that was That was one of the things I heard last year. Excuse me, was the compliment was the fact that you stayed on task and kept it on time.
Yeah, well, yeah, we tell our kids that if you're on time, you're late. You got to be early if you're going to be on time. So I wouldn't be very good at my job if I didn't practice what I preach. So we make sure that it runs. We make sure that it runs on time.
On time, yeah. So tickets will go on sale this week. We'll talk more about it. We'll come back Monday and talk about it again. So 20 bands coming to town. And so what people don't understand, if you've not seen the behind the scenes of a band competition, in this case the Elizabethton Classic, there's a band out there, there's a warm-up band, there's another warm-up band. You got guys out there and ladies and walkie-talkies, get everybody where they're supposed to be. It takes a small army behind the scenes to run this, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
The Betsy Band parents are the best, on the best there is. We currently are working to fill those roles right now, and of course there'll be a bunch of students. It'll be volunteering and working as well. That's one of their favorite things because they love meeting other band kids, and they love supporting other band programs. And so, yeah, it's all hands on deck. It's going to hopefully turn into one of our biggest fundraisers we do each year, which ultimately is a lot of what it is, but it's also an opportunity to showcase some of our other bands. Like I said, all the Carter County bands will be there, and we're going to do the Carter County Award this time. We got a traveling trophy this time.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. So last year Happy Valley won the Carter County Cup, and it's actually a cup now. Last year we called it the Cup, but it wasn't a cup. It was just it was something else. Yeah.
Now it's a cup.
Now it's a cup. Now. We got it. We got it now in year 2. So, and then we'll have the Mayor's Cup for the overall grand champion.
I just checked the weather forecast. It's going to be, of course, it'll change 20 times between now and next Saturday, obviously. But right now it's 68. So, which will be very, I guess. Is there an optimum? I know runners like a certain temperature. Football players, is there an optimum weather for a band to participate in?
Well, I will say that bands do play a little bit louder in a chill.
Okay.
But if it's too cold, then it's really bad. So, like, if you're talking about the low 60s, that's like a great performance time or temperature. Because if it gets really hot, the horns go out of tune. If it gets really cold, the horns go out of tune. So right there in that sweet spot of low 60s, they play well. Most of the time they're inside when you play concert band stuff. It's 72 degrees, 68 degrees, whatever. It's pretty normal, but the wind instruments for some reason do seem to be a little bit louder at that low 60s. So low 60s is great.
Wind play havoc?
Wind doesn't do anything to the horns, but it will play havoc to the color guard. People trying to throw their flags in the air and then they have to chase across the field to go catch them in the wind. That part is not fun.
Totally get it. Yep.
Yeah.
Got to be there, folks. Get to see 20 bands that worked their tails off all season, all summer. They've been out there. In fact, I left the game the other night. It's spitting rain, the JV game on Monday night. It's spitting rain, and I'm getting in the car and I'm thinking, I'm hearing the band. I'll pass you guys. You're down beside the tennis court. You're working in the dark. Yep. I mean, they put in the time just like the football does and all the other sports. And so these kids, not just Elizabethton, but the other 19, 20 schools deserve to have a place packed in there next Saturday because they've been busting it, and it's a chance for them to showcase and strut their stuff and have a big time, right? They take it very serious.
Oh, yeah, very much so. And those kids pour their heart and soul into their performance, and they put a ton of time and effort into just like everybody else. And, we always talk about it. There's no defense in band, right? So cheer for everybody. I mean, they're all hardworking kids, and they've all given up a lot to perform and be a part of the marching band. And
amen.
So, yeah, and most of them, this will be their last competition. Most of them, this will be it. This will be the end of their season. I think only us and Greenville will be keeping going because Greenville goes to the Division II state championship as well.
Which is coming up when?
Which is the week after. It's
November the 4th?
November the 4th, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Defending state champ.
That's right.
Cyclone, the Betsy Bam. I love saying it. Division II, defending state champ. Going back down to defend their turf, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Bring home another. We got you brought it last year. Brought the big trophy. Yeah. So thing's a humper, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Like to have another one, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Our name's on it now. This was our 5th championship, and that's now second most in the history of the program, in the history of the contest. It's just been around since the 60s or 70s, something like that. So yeah.
There's only 2 5-time champions.
There's only the rest of them. So there's 1 8-time champion.
Okay.
And there's 1 5-time champion, and that's us. There was about 3 or 4 4-time champions.
We've separated from the pack.
We separated there, yes.
That's awesome. So that's coming up on the 4th. This Saturday, they're going to be at East Tennessee State at a 4 o'clock performance.
4 o'clock, yes.
And then coming up, as we said, next Saturday at Citizens Bank Stadium, the 2nd annual Elizabethton Classic. Can't wait to be part of that. Starts at noon, and gates open, and it starts at 12:30, rolls right till 8:30, 9 o'clock Saturday night, right?
Yeah, 8 o'clock is when we'll perform. We're last. And then at 8:30 is when we want the awards to get set up.
Now, if you don't think it matters, I want you to come the whole time, but come to the awards. Got all those kids out there lined up, and all of a sudden we start rattling off in second place, and they go bananas when they find out how they've done. The parents go nuts. I mean, it's a cool atmosphere because these kids are out there, and everybody's in anticipation, and we announce the winners, and they go bananas. It's really cool.
It's way cool.
Oh, I love it.
There's nothing like it.
No, I love it. Love it. Thanks for coming. I'll see you.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Not too many guests have inside of a building held an umbrella to do the segment, and I'll bet you, pull it back now, let me see if the sun's, nope, it's still bad.
Yeah.
About another 10 minutes will go away, but the sun will shift. But anyway, we had him here, and we appreciate him, so I'll see you Monday at Chick-fil-A.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Go Cyclones.
Yeah, absolutely. Go Cyclones.
Yeah, you got it. Quick break. We'll come back to wrap it up right after this timeout. We're live here. How about a break for one of our great sponsors, the Eagle Center on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Reminds me of the Eagle Center, and it said, things tell a story when people no longer can. And that's kind of appropriate for our store because when you walk throughout the store, so many things spark a memory or a reminder of a family member or a place or a time long ago. And the antique and vintage decor that we have can really add some character and some conversation to your home, as well as bring back memories and things of times past.
Absolutely. What's the hours you're open?
We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5. And we usually stay late on the Saturdays for the car shows.
Social media?
So we have a Facebook page, Eagle Center Co-op.
And you're physically located where in downtown Elizabethton?
507 East Elk Avenue. It's in the second block of downtown. Hard to miss.
Yep.
First big building.
One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football. Got to check them out. The good folks downtown. Eagle Center Co-op. I believe in the place, believe in her, believe in the facility. And be loyal, buy local, and buy it in Betsy. One of our great sponsors, Eagle Center Co-op in downtown Elizabethton. Colder weather.
Believe it or not, it's finally time. It seems like summer was here forever, and we're finally getting some cool mornings. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So what do we do? What do we need to do? How can you help us?
We need to come out and make sure that your heat's ready to go. Check refrigerant levels. Make sure you're not running on auxiliary heat. You don't want that first electric bill to be $500-600. So you need to make sure your heat pump's working the way it should be. And gas furnaces, we need to check gas furnaces. Make sure they're burning correctly. Not want to poison you. You don't want to not wake up one morning because your furnace wasn't clean.
Mm-hmm.
Check filters. Make sure everybody's changes their filters regularly, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you'll do that for us, right? You'll change them out?
We'll change them if you got them.
Doing the maintenance? Yeah.
Yeah, if you got them. Now, we don't carry filters with us, but, if you got them, we'll definitely change it for you. Or if you tell us ahead of time, we'll change it. We just, we don't carry filters for every house. But
So preventive maintenance is the key to this, right?
Yeah, coming out, we recommend, especially if it's, an older system, checking it out, twice a year, especially gas furnaces. You need to check out the gas heat and your air conditioner, so that's our big emphasis this time of year is checking gas furnaces, making sure they're burning properly and things like that. So
phone number to call?
926-2665.
And how do we find you on social media?
We're on Facebook, Advanced Heat Pump, and we've got our website, advancedheatpump.com.
I can give you a recommendation, folks. He fixed mine, he can fix yours. call this man. Let him help you and his staff. Advanced Heat Pump Systems, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. And back in the Tom Taylor Sports, it looks like the sun's shifting a little bit. That's what we wanted. So let me run down real quick. Volleyball, state volleyball tournament still live with the Volunteer Lady Falcons. Sorry about that. I got the old frog. And so Volunteer plays at 1 o'clock our time. So they're getting ready to crank it up. In fact, they're underway against Valor College Prep. Volunteer 27-3 and Valor College Prep at 1 o'clock, and the winner of that one, if they can win it, they'll come back and play at 6 o'clock tonight. That's the AA. Westridge has been eliminated. And single A at 1 o'clock, South Green in the losers bracket, 28-3, playing Loretto at 43-8. If they win that one, we'll turn around and play at 6 o'clock tonight as well. So good luck to those two teams, obviously, as they're playing as we speak, as a matter of fact. South Green in single A and Volunteer in double A, the state volleyball tournament in Murfreesboro going on as we speak. All right, high school football games tonight in Virginia. Abington at Gate City, Union at Lehigh, Ridgeview at Y Central, Letcher County Central, Kentucky at Eastside. Those are all going on tonight, as we said, because of the weather coming in here tomorrow. Also tonight, you have Tennessee High at West Ridge, Daniel Boone at Science Hill, Sullivan East at West Green, Happy Valley at North Green, Chuckey-Doke at Unicoi County. Unaka plays Hampton tonight in Hampton, Holston at Johnson County, and Twin Springs will be hosting Hancock County. Then you go tomorrow night. These games still on for tomorrow night. Dobbins Minute at Crockett, Volunteer at Cherokee, Jeff County at Cobb County, Campbell County at Morristown East, William Blunt, the Governors go to Soddy Daisy, Bearden hosting Morristown West tomorrow night, Greenville at Northview Academy, Gatlinburg Pittman at Pigeon Forge, East Hamilton at Sevier County, Claiborne at Cumberland Gap, Cosby at Eagleton Academy, South Green at Granger, and Cloudland will go into North Carolina and play Rutherfordton. I hope I'm saying it right. I don't think it's not coming out right, but they're playing that team in North Carolina. Again, coming up to tomorrow night. That'll be for the Cloudland Highlanders. So good luck to those folks and Unaka Rangers and the Hampton Bulldogs and all the teams. Good luck to them again as they'll play either tonight or tomorrow night in their respective games for high school football. All right, NFL Thursday night football tonight. You got Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence and the Jags on the road in New Orleans against Derek Carr and the Saints tonight at 8:15 on Thursday night NFL football. Baseball again at 5:07, game one of that's the doubleheader today. And 5:07 will be the Phillies and the Diamondbacks. Ranger Suarez will start for the Phillies. Brandon Pfaadt will go for Arizona. Again, the Phillies lead at 2-0. The Rangers play tonight at 8:03. Jose Urquidy will go for the Astros, and Andrew Haney will counter for the Texas Rangers tonight. Again, in Major League Baseball and the playoffs, the American League Championship Series. All right, let's see. Got all kinds of stuff down here that didn't get to today, and that's okay. We'll be back with you tomorrow in Jonesboro, kicking off the weekend. The next race for NASCAR will be this weekend. The Homestead Miami Speedway will be the site of a triple-header, Trucks, Xfinity, and, of course, Cup. You have the doubleheader on Saturday, the Truck Series, the Baptist Health Cancer Care 200 for the Truck Series. That'll be at 12 o'clock. At 3 o'clock Saturday, the Contender Boats 300. And then on Sunday, the Forever 400 presented by Mobil One at 2:30 on Sunday. 7 drivers trying to squeeze into 3 slots, get into the championship in 2 weeks in Phoenix. And Kyle Larson's already in. He's in the championship. So you have the guys remaining: William Byron, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, and Chris Buescher. Those guys are trying to squeeze into those other three slots, which will take the top 4 heading into Phoenix to decide that in a couple of weeks. So they're racing, as we said, this weekend in Homestead Miami Speedway in Florida. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, we didn't do this yesterday either. Let's take the 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star players of the week. From the Johnson City Press, the 1-star Jamie Esterline, open centered right from Happy Valley, the running back. He had 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing, and 1 receiving as they beat Cumberland Gap 58-12, so he's your 1-star player of the week. 2 stars, Austin Caraway from Cloudland. 6, he had 2 interceptions back for touchdowns. The senior linebacker for Cloudland, Austin Caraway, he's your 2-star player of the week. 3 stars, Austin Sykes, the DB quarterback. In his first varsity start, Sykes led his team over William Blunt, 203 total yards and 4 touchdowns for Austin Sykes, the quarterback for Dobbins Bennett. The 4-star player of the week, Rhett Slagle from Elizabethton, 5 touchdowns, 9 out of 10 for 187 yards and 5 touchdowns, now 18 on the season for Slagle. As you know by now, they routed and beat the Volunteer Falcons 56-0. Then Colby Jones is your 5-star player of the week from Unicoi County. Colby, again, let's see, close to 300 yards passing and 4 touchdowns for the sophomore quarterback, Colby Jones from Unicoi County. So that's how it goes, again, from the Johnson City Player of the Week, Johnson City Press. Now, 1-star Jamie Esterline, Happy Valley. 2-star Austin Caraway, Cloudland. 3-star Austin Sykes, Dobbins Bennett. 4-star Rhett Slagle, Elizabethton. And your 5-star Player of the Week, Unicoi County's Colby Jones. We'll let you know how things go tonight, or rather, tomorrow, after tonight's ball games, I should say. And we'll have that for you tomorrow. We'll be on at 11 o'clock from Food City in Jonesboro on a Food City Friday tomorrow. Big thanks to Coach Jerry White, who came and stopped by here. We talked about the book called The Dog, D-A-W-G, available at the Eagle Center right up the street here in Elizabethton for $19.95. They're also going to be selling those selling those books tonight at the game, the Hampton United football game tonight. So, again, thanks for Coach White stopping by. What a class act. Love that guy. He said, I don't want to brag about me. The book's about my boys and the kids I coached, and he's exactly right. And that's why I think the world of him. He's such a humble man. It's not about me. It's about my kids. So, anyway, again, the book's called The Dog. I think we're going to buy a couple of those and give those away for Christmas gifts here on the show. And so we appreciate Coach White stopping by. Andrew McKeon, the president of Carter County Bank, which is right there through the doorway. The adjoining businesses, Carter County Bank here in downtown Elizabeth, and he was here. David Nanny, again, talking about the free concert coming up on Saturday at the Cover Bridge Park. It will be Lost Creek out of Jefferson City. Excellent bluegrass band. And so David's here to talk about that. Ivan Sanders came by to just talk a little sports, which we always appreciate. Jonathan Valentine, just now the band director for the Betsy Band, and, of course, the big event called the Elizabethton Classic next Saturday, again at Citizens Bank Stadium. And then you come back and you finish up with Dr. Ed Carter, who owns the great store here, or the great pharmacy known as Lingerfield Drug Center. So, out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Another night off. What do? I don't know. I'll come up with something to do. Off tomorrow night. But the next week, it cranks up. We'll do the JV game on Monday. We're scheduled to be with the Elizabethton JV for their final game of the year at Dobbins Bennett on Monday at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. And then next Friday night, oh boy, it's going to be good. Not this Friday, but next Friday night is the game of the year, no question. And it's going to be everything is going to be advertised and billed as. It'll be a phenomenal football game. The atmosphere will be electric. And we'll be there next Friday night to bring that to you, Coach Pless and myself. And so this week, it's an open date. What am I going to do? I'll find something to get into. And so we appreciate you all being with us. Now, before I go, how about it? You get a chance to win $100, $100 gift certificate from the Jeweler's Bench. How about that? Just in time for Christmas shopping. We're going to give it away on Thanksgiving Eve. We'll be over there doing the show on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So between now and then, you can register and get qualified. It's very easy to do. We're going to give you, or Sherry and John, so we want to give somebody on your show $100 to spend in our store. I mean, how do you beat that going into the holidays? Here's how you do it on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's time for another giveaway. Just in time for the holidays. The Tom Taylor Sports Show and the Jeweler's Bench in Elizabethton giving you the chance to win a $100 gift certificate. That's right, a $100 gift certificate, and it's easy to qualify. All you do to enter is by liking and following both the Tom Taylor Sports Show and the Jewelers Bench Facebook page, and by making a comment on the Facebook post pinned at the top of the Tom Taylor Sports Show page. It's just that easy. Winner announced Wednesday, November the 22nd, just in time for the Black Friday sale. Qualify today. Win a $100 gift certificate just in time for the holidays from the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. That's how you do it. It's just that easy, folks, to get signed up to get qualified to win 100. What is 100 in Spanish? I don't know. I have to check that out between now and tomorrow. $100 we're giving away thanks to the Jewelers Bench. So just in time for the Black Friday sale. We'll give it away on Wednesday, November the 22nd, which is Thanksgiving Eve. We'll be there doing the show, and we'll award the winner. And all you got to do is, you just heard, qualify. It's very, very simple. Who wouldn't? I mean, I'd love to. In fact, I asked Sherry, could I win it? She said, no, you can't win it. You're doing the show. I said, I'd love to win $100. Come in here and spend, or apply to something I'm going to spend it on for Christmas at the Jewelers Bench here in Elizabeth. So appreciate John and Sherry doing that very much. So anyway, out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Thanks to Dr. Carter letting us come here and hang out with him again. We come down once a month. Love coming to Lincolnfield Drug Center. Love it, love it, love it. So until we greet you tomorrow, we'll tell you as always, bloom where you planted and win or lose, be a good sport. And also wrap it up with the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. And it goes like this. Psalms 145:18. The Lord is near to all who call upon him. To all who call upon him sincerely and in truth. The Lord is near to all who call upon him, to all who call upon him sincerely and in truth. Psalms 145:18. That is the verse of the day. That wraps it up here on show number 1949 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. See you back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Again, as always, we'll tell you, bloom where you planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching the show here live from Lincolnfield Drug Center in downtown.